Hello everyone, welcome to the part 2 video of CSS. We will continue with the types of selectors. Next, the adjacent sibling selector. The adjacent sibling selector selects all the elements that are adjacent sibling of a specified element. Sibling elements must have the same parent element. The word adjacent means side by side, so no other element could exist between the adjacent sibling elements. To use an adjacent sibling selector, the plus symbol is used as its combinator, as shown in the snippet. Here H2 plus P plus indicates the adjacent sibling selector. For the font family should be sans serif. Here heading, the selector above matches this paragraph, but the next paragraph element which is present after the first paragraph element, that should, and for that CSS is not applied because adjacent sibling is the immediate next. Side by side, the selector above does not match with this paragraph. This is an attribute selector. The CSS attribute selector selects the element to a basic of some specific attribute or attribute values. Hyphen selector, existent selector. Hyphen selector matches if the element has an attribute with a value followed by hyphen. Here, language is slash equals F5. It means French. For that, background color should be red. Existence selector matches if the element has a specific attribute. If anchor tag has an attribute title, then that color should be green, like that. And this is following of the attribute selectors, that is equality selector. Like here, matches if an element has an attribute with its specific value. Space selector. If an element has an attribute with space separated items with a value. Title, space hyphen, web, background color red. Next comes the query selector. Query selector. And query selector all method accepts CSS selector as parameters and returns the matching element known in the document tree. The query selector method helps in querying the entire document or a specific element of the document. One can use all the CSS selectors with this method as parameters if multiple elements are available. CSS selector returns the first matching element or returns null if no element is available. Next comes the selector query selector, or it returns all the available elements as a single static collection of elements known as static node list. This collection of elements is not affected by any change made in the document. For instance, removing or inserting a node does not affect the static node list. Query selector all method is known as the static node list, where it does not get affected by any changes made in the document, for example, removing or inserting. Next, inserting CSS in an HTML document. There are 3 steps or 3 different methods of inserting CSS. One is internal style sheet, external style sheet, and the inline style sheet. Internal style sheet, it is written within a head document of the HTML. This style sheet is applied only to the document in which it is defined, and not referenced by any other web document. Here, for this style, it is for internal style sheet. CSS is written inside the style tag. Selector property value. Advantages and disadvantages of using internal style sheet. Advantages. Affects only the page in which they are placed. If you are working on a large site and need to test the style sheet before. We'll explore more advantages and disadvantages in the further videos. Thank you.